All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Fate Seal MTG. I am Crex, your host, and today I am running back version 4.2.3 of my Lantern control list. So I have not made any changes since the last time I've streamed, but just to give folks a little bit of a refresher this time, I will go ahead and explain what's going on here. So we've got our standard lock, Lantern of Insight, which flips the top card of everyone's deck, and Pyxis of Pandemonium, which will exile the top card of everyone's deck. I can use this combination to control what cards my opponent has access to. As far as mill rocks are concerned, I have 4 Pyxis and 2 Shredders. This is kind of a staple of my flavor of Lantern control list. I have found that Pyxis is extraordinarily nice to have in this graveyard-centric format. Just being able to say, absolutely, heck no, you may not have access to that. Exile face down has been a fantastic inclusion. And it's one of the big things that I hope that folks start to get more keen on. So as far as my Hate Rock package, I am at 4 Ensnaring Bridges, of course. I'm also at a Grafdigger's Cage, which is extremely useful in a lot of matchups. I'm playing an Underworld Cookbook just in case I need life gain against an aggressive deck. And triple Pithing Needle, since there are a lot of Pithing Needle targets out there. I have rather liked the one of Assassin's Trophy. I'm not sure that it should be 2 Assassin's Trophy. I think I'm just going to keep it at 1. And the rest of this is just discard. I'm at 8 discard spells. I like 8 discard spells. I have taken the split of discard spells from another veteran in the Lantern community, Mickey Thinker, who has been playing this deck, I think, for longer than I have, and lately has been quite keen on putting Duresses in the main deck. So I followed suit. It's okay. It's okay. I don't think that it's one of the more glamorous things that you could be doing, but then again, there's not a lot of glamorous stuff about a Lantern control list. So for consistency, I have maxed out on Stirrings as well as Bobble. This is a pickup from Taddy99, who has been doing relatively well with Lantern control in the challenges. But I haven't had time to do a challenge, actually, so I haven't done one. And the one of Profane Tutor is just a nice inclusion. It finds anything that you need, just takes a couple of turns to do it. I am running 23 mana sources, including 3 Mox Opals, so 20 lands in total. My tech land suite includes 2 Fomori Vault, which is fantastic at digging you out of tricky situations when you're in board stalls or you're slightly behind parity in the mid-game. I've got a Mycosynth Gardens, which can be used as a protection spell or protection ability for one of your mill rocks or your bridge or something like that. And of course, we've got 4 Urza Saga. This card is the reason for the season. It is the thing that makes Lantern viable, I think. Putting the tutor package into the mana base has been a massive upgrade for Lantern. Something that I'm trying to get people to try is this Underground Mortuary. This is a fun of in my build, and I do think that it should only be a fun of. It's good. Underground Mortuary is good. Play Surveillance in your deck. As far as my sideboard is concerned, I've got a few spicy inclusions. The Meat Hook Massacre is something that Taddy99 and I have been trying out. It's hopefully supposed to help with things like Yawgmoth Combo, things like Boros Energy, anything that has lots of tiny creatures. You can land this, and it gives you a little bit of a life bonus as well. I am playing Emrakul the Aeon Storm because I am a responsible Magic the Gathering player, and if I encounter Mill, then I don't want to just automatically just die, which would happen if you didn't have Emrakul. Honestly, the matchup's hard enough as it is with Emrakul in the deck, but at least Emrakul allows you to have a little bit of help against Mill. And Black-White Blink is on the rise, so I am playing 3 Torpor Orbs in the sideboard as well. These could possibly also be useful against Amulet Titan. That is as of yet untested in my hands. So if we encounter Amulet Titan today, I'm going to side these in and we'll see what happens. All right, that's the deck. I haven't changed it since last time. Maybe I won't change it again after this stream. I'll go ahead and pull up a league. It'll just be a few minutes for y'all. Or immediately if you're watching the video. Okay, we are on the play versus Moral Mar for our first round. All right, and do I want to keep this hand? Yeah, actually, I think I will keep this hand. This hand is a pretty easy turn 1, maybe Delta into Swamp for Pyxis, possibly. I could also just do Delta into a Surveil land if I really wanted to, which I might do. My opponent is deciding whether or not they want to also keep their 7. So the one thing that this hand needs is a discard spell, and I can't use Stirrings to find that discard spell. It's possible that I will actually use the Underground Mortuary on turn 1 to hope to dig myself into one. Or maybe I could use Ancient Stirrings to find a Lantern, and then use the Lantern plus Pyxis lock to dig myself into one in a minute. You know, I haven't actually fully decided yet. I think I will play the Overgrown Tomb, actually. I'm going to pay 2 life, and I'm going to play this Pyxis of Pandemonium. And I will cast this Mox Opal to protect it from a Thoughtseize. Perhaps that's not correct. Razortide Bridge, huh? Ooh, well, speak of the devil. Okay, so I think here I will lead on Stirrings. If I find a Lantern, then that turns on Mox Opal. I didn't find a Lantern. Instead, I found an Urza's Saga. I think I'll take the Urza's Saga. And I do believe that I will actually just slow my roll here. I don't need to blind name something on Pithing Needle to turn on Mox Opal. That's just not a winning play. My opponent has played Mishra's Bauble and Springleaf Drum and an Esper Sentinel. They are definitely on affinity. So they have access to another mana right here if they want it. That is a Thought Cast. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, that's fine. That is another land. I think we take those. And my Mox Opal still is not turned on, which is unfortunate, but I could turn it on right now by creating a construct, and I think I will. I don't think I'm worried too terribly much about the Esper Sentinel drawing into something here. I'm not going to pay. I am going to Thoughtseize you, though. That is double Porthole, huh? Well, double Porthole is a bit annoying. Simulacrum Synthesizer. When it enters, I scry 2, and it creates constructs. That's a bit annoying. This Thought Monitor drawing 2 cards is possibly more annoying. What do I want to take here? I think I might just take the Thought Monitor. None of these cards are answers to Ensnaring Bridge. Yeah, I'm just going to take the Thought Monitor. I'm just going to deny my opponent the ability to dig for answers here. Okay. And I actually don't need to do anything else. Oh, yeah, Thought Monitor's out of the hand. Seagrum Coast is out of the hand. Are they just going to slam a Simulacrum Synthesizer? That's cool. I'll take that. Frogmite is down. And now they're going to try and aggro me out. Porthole does not hit Ensnaring Bridge, unfortunately. How did they scry with their Synthesizer? 1 top, 1 bottom? Okay, that's fine. So they used 1 Porthole on my Pyxis. I think I'm okay with that. And here, I'm not even going to bother with creating the other construct. My opponent is tapped out. That is another land, unfortunate. I'm going to grab a Lantern of Insight here. I've got another Porthole that I need to chew through. That's another Lantern. That's pretty good. So I could just slam Ensnaring Bridge right now. And I think I actually will. So yeah, let's go ahead and slam an Ensnaring Bridge. And I might actually pay for this. Yeah, I'll pay for it. And now my opponent needs removal for Ensnaring Bridge as their last card in hand. Gonna go ahead and play this Blooming Marsh. I really do want to draw that Lantern, so I'm going to. I guess I could have played the Pithing Needle on Mishra's Bauble if I really wanted to. I just don't really see a reason to play out this Pithing Needle yet. They're going to have Kappa Cannoneer and a Mox Opal. Okay. Mox Opal is going to come down. That Sink into Stupor is going to be a problem. Oof, that's unfortunate. Thoughtcast was their last card in hand, huh? How much do I want to bet that they can't kill me? Whenever another artifact with mana value 3 or greater enters, oh, they can definitely kill me. I need to take this, I need to take this Sink. That sucks. All right, 2 blind draws, let's go. Hopefully you didn't just luck sack into another Sink into Stupor. They still have 1 more draw that I don't know about. It looks like we might have a Kappa Cannoneer here, though. Yep, there's Kappa Cannoneer. Getting unlucky happens, it's fine. I'm not particularly worried here. I've got that Lantern of Insight, which is on top of my deck. I actually will pay. Will I pay like that? I'll pay like that, actually. That's a Simulacrum Synthesizer and an Ensnaring Bridge. We like to see Ensnaring Bridge. So I've got Porthole in their hand and an Unknown. I still don't feel comfortable playing out this Pithing Needle. I just don't think it's necessary. And I do want to draw this Ensnaring Bridge, so I'm not going to fetch with it. See, that's the reason that I held the Pithing Needle. Second bridge is very nice to have here. Last card in hand was a dud. It's a Darksteel Citadel. Well, last unknown card. So they're going to Porthole something here. They're going to Porthole my Lantern. I think I am actually going to keep this under Porthole. That's fine, I think. I want the Ensnaring Bridge on top of my deck. Simulacrum Synthesizer is down. I'm just going to F6 here. It's highly likely that they are going to keep the Emery on top, and that is why I held my Pithing Needle. Oh, they scryed both to bottom, huh? Well, I still want the Ensnaring Bridge. All right. And now we're going to play Garbage Magic for a little bit. I'm going to F0 here. Ooh, that's an Urza's Saga. That's not good. I wonder what they could fetch off of that. Well, Underground Mortuary time. Let's try and dig for something good. I said Underground Mortuary time. Time to dig for something good. This is not good. Am I lagging out? Yeah. Surveil, Blooming Marsh. I definitely do not want that. I would love a... Grafdigger's Cage is fine, I guess. Still going to hold this Pithing Needle. I'm just not sure what to get with it yet. Oof. That's a good card. So they're going to have two unknowns in hand now. I'm kind of worried about this Urza Saga. I don't exactly know what it's going to grab. They're creating another construct when they really don't need to, I think. Like, if they remove these two Ensnaring Bridges, then the game's over. I wonder if they're going to get a Haywire Might. If they try to, they can't because this Grafdigger's Cage is going to prevent it from coming into play. It's a Pithing Needle. Probably putting it on Pyxis of Pandemonium. That's okay, I still have Codex Shredders as an out. Oh, Codex Shredder. That's actually fantastic, I don't mind that. But my opponent does know what is up. Good card, that's a Pithing Needle. I will actually play this out. And I'm going to name Emery. Actually, what could I name here? I could name Haywire Might. Just in case they have it on the splash or something. I just don't want to be holding two cards in hand because I'm not going to be as effective as walling that off as I can't just this Esper Sentinel. Like, this Thought Monitor just can't be blocked because the construct doesn't have flying, so I would take a consistent 2 damage a turn. That's a Thoughtseize. Oh, do I sandbag that? No, I don't think I do. I think I'm just going to fire it off. Let's see what they've got going on here. Mox Opal and Porthole. I'll take that. Can my opponent dig themselves out of this spot? I genuinely don't know. You know what I would love here? I would love a Fomori Vault. That's what I would absolutely love. Fomori Vault would be fantastic. Successfully walling off this 1919. They got some big boys on the field. I'm really glad that I've got these Ensnaring Bridges. Midgo does not like me choosing lands out of my deck. That's very strange. It's the second time where I'm clicking on stuff and it's just not doing the thing. It does look very pretty, though. That's a nice bonus. Mori Vault? No. Inquisition of Kozilek. I think I will again fire this off. All right. Mox Opal's down. Simulacrum Synthesizer will allow them to scry. That's basically it. Yeah, 2 to the bottom. That's fantastic news for me. We are still very much playing Garbage Magic here. Lantern of Insight, finally. Okay. Did my opponent play a... No, they did not play a Darksteel Citadel. So that means I think they still have that in their hand. Wow, and that's just the whole lock. Yeah, we take those. Yeah, I'm not sure what their outs are at this point. I mean, I know they have at least one Sink into Stupor. I just don't think that that's relevant, you know? Oh, right, this Codex Shredder is needled off of this Pithing Needle, so I can't actually use it yet. If I did find a... Oh, there's Pyxis. Okay, we're fine. So if I found a answer to a bridge on top of their deck, like a Sink into Stupor, I actually think I would just let them draw it. Oh, now I don't even need to worry about that. Yeah, stuff I don't care about. Frogmite's down. I'm like 90% sure that the Darksteel Citadel is still in their hand. None of this actually draws cards, which is fine. And I've got 4 more cards in deck than my opponent. So all other things being equal, they will die before I do. Ensnaring Bridge doing the Lord's work here, holding back this entire field. I will take that Sink into Stupor. Porthole is annoying. I think I just let it go, though. They're going to hit the Pyxis. That's just the wrong play, I think. The Lantern's still giving me the information that I need. And I did hit a Sink into Stupor off of that, which is very nice. Alright, that's an Esper Sentinel. And I'm actually out of fetchables, so this land's not going to be able to do anything. Esper Sentinel is down. Frogmite is down. They're going to draw a Metallic Rebuke here, but that's just completely irrelevant. Like, I just don't care about that. I'm going to grab a Pyxis with this Urza Saga, and then I am going to throw down a Pithing Needle, and I'm going to pay this, actually. Why is this doing this? I will name +2 Mace. Metallic Rebuke in hand. And yeah, it was the Darksteel Citadel that I knew about. Slow and steady wins here. Are they going to try and counter this? It doesn't matter if they do. Okay, and I've got 2 Pyxi here. I think I'm going to stop tracking their hand. And I'm just going to start killing them, you know? That Thought Monitor on top of their deck is annoying. I probably shouldn't have, you know, pass priority there. I'm going to take that Metallic Rebuke. And I will actually begin discarding cards to the Underworld Cookbook. I don't care about Emery here. I've got a Grafdigger's Cage in play. Yeah, I'm just going to discard this. You may have an Urza Saga. That's fine, I think. Yeah, Urza Saga is fine. I don't think they have anything that they can fetch off of it that's relevant. Yep, they went ahead and targeted Portable Hole with Emery. They're going to attempt to cast it, but this Grafdigger's Cage is on the battlefield, and it says that players can't cast spells from graveyards. So, have fun with that. That's fine. Hey, it's a Primori Vault. We take those. A bit late to the party, Primori Vault, but it's fine. I still love you. Yeah, time problems are definitely incoming on this match. I will admit that this has taken a little bit longer than I would have liked. I think I am going to spin this into something else. Alright. I think I'm going to start using these Mishra's Bauble to deck my opponent. No, no, and no, no, and no. Okay. Well, that was a very nice little thing here. Yeah, it's my choice as to whether or not they draw a card or not. That's pretty cool. Any spell off the top wins it for me. That's not a spell. I'm going to go ahead and crack Mishra's Bauble here. That's a spell. Wish I had thought of using the, using these a little sooner, huh? Okay. Well, that is a game win on the board. Let's go ahead and begin sideboarding against Affinity. Now, I'm not going to have much time here, which is going to kind of suck. Nature's Claims, obviously, get in the deck. Very, very obviously. I don't think I need my Torpor Orbs in this matchup. What do I not need? Grafdigger's Cage is useful against Emery specifically, so I'm not convinced that I don't need that. Underworld Cookbook can come out, though. I think I want all the Pithing Needles. Duress hits a lot of stuff. Doesn't hit Emery. It does hit all of their counter magic, though, but it doesn't hit a Haywire Mind. I'm not convinced that the life loss here is big. I'm not going to bring in Torpor Orb just for the Simulacrum Synthesizer. Like, I have Ensnaring Bridges for that. Honestly, maybe just this tiny amount of sideboarding is good. I take out the Underworld Cookbook, I take out a single bad discard spell, and I bring in 2 Nature's Claims? Yeah. Maybe I want some more Assassin's Trophies, though. What would I take out for those? Profane Tutor might be a bit slow. I am on the draw. Okay, I'll take out the Profane Tutor and I'll bring in Assassin's Trophy. And my plan here is still to just punch a hole with my discard and resolve Ensnaring Bridge and keep it down. I'll keep this. It's not a fantastic hand, but I will keep it. Tap land at the start of the game is very nice for me. Oh, that is a... yeah, that's good. Let's go ahead and play out this Mishra's Bauble, and this is going to decide what sort of thing I do here. I will go ahead and play a Polluted Delta, and I'm going to fetch in response to this, and I am going to fetch my Surveil land. Thoughtseize, I actually will keep. I have plenty of removal in my hand to slow this game down. All right, that is an untapped Mox Opal as their second land for turn. It's just turned on with this Razortide Bridge, which is their actual second land for turn. I think I'm just going to F6 here. I don't need to pretend that I'm playing like Force of Negation or something. Codex Shredder is the wrong name. Yeah, I'll go ahead and play a Lantern of Insight, I think. They do not have the Metallic Rebuke up. Ooh, I could just... I think I'm just going to hold this Thoughtseize. If my opponent is relying on this Pithing Needle to slow the game down, then that's not going to work. I think I will just let this go. Thought Monitor is on top of their deck. They got a Frogmite. I will cast this Ancient Stirrings. I found a Fomori Vault. Do I want this? I think I might just want another Ensnaring Bridge, honestly. And I'm going to Thoughtseize them now. I'm going to take that Metallic Rebuke. Wow, they just let me look at it. Yeah, this is fine. So Force and Synthesizer. Okay. And they have a Thought Monitor. Thought Monitor is going to come down. It's going to draw them 2 cards that I don't know what they are. And I think I might just start ramming bridges down their throat. Perhaps I will actually play out these Assassin's Trophies. I'm not sure. I'm definitely playing out Blooming Marsh, though. Yeah, I'll go ahead and start ramming bridges. What are they going to exile to their force? Is it going to be the Synthesizer? Oh, it's just a straight-up Consign to Memory, huh? Wow, that was their draw for turn? That's terrible for me. That's pretty terrible for me, actually. Into another Thought Monitor. Okay, I'm in trouble. Blooming Marsh again. I'm not going to run this Assassin's Trophy just directly into... I'm not going to run Ensnaring Bridge into a Force of Negation that's face up. And I am losing a lot of time just for no reason. What on earth is going on? Come on, Magic Online. Thank you. I think I'm going to trophy one of their Thought Monitors. Gonna F6 here. I am in desperate need of another discard spell. If I can get another discard spell and slam this Ensnaring Bridge, then I think I'll be in decent shape. For now, at least. But I'm still not doing too terribly hot. Emery, huh? That's annoying. Well, I can Pithing Needle that. I will not pay. I will Pithing Needle Emery. Okay. And I'm going to F6 here. I really need an answer to that Force of Negation. Portable Hole, huh? Interesting. Yeah, that's fair. I'm going to do this now, then. I'm not going to kill the Emery. I just don't have the luxury of doing that. Just the one basic. All right. It's draw, discard, or bust here. Yeah, maybe hitting the second Thought Monitor wasn't a great idea. Oh, they have a second basic. They just chose to not fetch it. Or maybe it was just in their hand already. All right, lots of stuff that I didn't care about hit the battlefield, but now I need to draw a discard spell for this Ensnaring Bridge right now. That's not a discard spell. Okay, so yeah, my opponent won that one. They just top deck and consigned to memory when they needed it. It happened. That's why we have the Lantern Lock, but I didn't have the Lantern Lock, which is why they were able to top deck it. Oh boy, I think on the play, I'm going to bring back in my Profane Tutors. And I might actually side out my Grafdigger's Cage. I would like to play first, thank you. Wow, that's a choice. This is a choice. I could choose to keep this. I'm going to choose to keep this. This is a very interesting hand. My opponent has mulled to 6, and I can just Thoughtseize, kill them with Saga Constructs. Oh, they're mulled to 5. Ooh, that's not good for them. I think they're keeping their 5. Yeah, they kept their 5. Okay, let's make this very quick. Hopefully we don't lose 30 seconds here. Good. Thoughtseize your 5. Thought Monitor, Thought Cast, Sink into Stupor. Yeah, this is all way too slow. I'm going to take that stuff, and I'm going to F6 here. I took their Thought Monitor. Razortide Bridge is down. Let's go ahead and play out our Codex Shredder. And Thoughtseize them again. What is a Kappa Cannoneer? I'm going to take their Sink into Stupor here, actually. This will mean that Urza Saga is not that much of an option for them anymore. Oh boy. Here we go. I'm just going to go ahead and create the construct now. And if they don't have a land here, then that's going to be very good for me. Oh, they had the land. That's not as good. But I still think it's okay. Oh, right. I need to do this. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start the lock here. Let's go ahead and grab a Lantern of Insight. Kappa Cannoneer, I just don't think is going to come down fast enough. Kappa Cannoneer, like they can Thoughtcast here if they want to, I think. They got another Kappa Cannon here in hand. I just need to play that. Mox Opal was probably a good choice. I will take your Urza Saga off the top of your deck. That is an Esper Sentinel and a Synthesizer. I'm just not convinced that this is all going to happen fast enough for them. Let's go ahead and create our dude here. And I think I actually will take the Portable Hole. I'm going to grab a Mox Opal with this Urza Saga, actually. Yeah, and this will allow me to Inquisition them. I can take their Synthesizer. I'm definitely going full beatdown here. This is extremely close to a lethal attack. Yeah, that's fine. Darksteel Citadel. That's their land for turn. They don't have the Synthesizer anymore. They have an Esper Sentinel. They can Thoughtcast, I think. Oh, where'd that Emery come from? Maybe I have a bit of trouble keeping track of their hand, huh? Well, they're gonna go ahead and mill 4 cards here. All right, let's go ahead and create another construct. Now, what do I want to grab? I think I kind of just want to grab Pithing Needle. Yeah, I'm going to grab Pithing Needle. I'm going to name Emery. Even though I have one in hand, I just can't really cast it right now. Okay, and now each of these creatures is lethal. Okay, that's fine. And now they need to get something really good here. And I win the match. All right, so this was a really good example of how Urza Saga changes the texture of Lantern control. You have the option of not just being a full-on control deck now. You can choose to become a tempo deck instead and use the Lantern lock ever so weakly to control your opponent's access to cards. This was, that was amazing. That was just absolutely incredible. I chewed through all of their stuff. I kept them off balance just long enough for these construct tokens to go all the way. I didn't even need the Ensnaring Bridge in hand. This is the sort of gameplay that I really like about Urza Saga. It's just fantastic. I like it a lot. And I feel like unlocking the power of Urza Saga, especially with Mox Opal, which did quite a bit of work here. Tutoring Mox Opal was relevant. I think that is going to really allow Lantern to just pull off just cheese wins like this. But it's important to know when you can actually go for a cheese win and when you can actually overpower your opponent, and know when the stuff like this isn't actually worth it to you, when stuff like this is actually a trap. So yeah, I will move on to round 2. All right, we are on the play of round 2 versus More Times. I will go ahead and keep this hand, actually. I'll keep this hand. This hand seems pretty good. One of the best practices that we have developed as a community over the past several years is discard on turn 1. Ooh, what the hell is this? Electro Dominance, huh? Well, that's why we have discard on turn 1. Wait. Oh, I could have taken their... Oh, well. I'm going to take... Wow, they have a lot of ways to get to a living end, actually. Malevolent Rumble will search up a permanent, but not necessarily the living end that they need. I think I will take the Bloodbraid Marauder, and I'm going to pass turn. Wow, that was weird. Okay, double Urza Saga again. Do I actually want to spend my turn finding a I don't know, an artifact or something to turn on this Mox Opal? Or do I want to just Lantern Thoughtseize them? I don't think that it would be beneficial to them to Electrodominance out a living end right now, but it actually might be. I think I will go ahead and Lantern Thoughtseize. Yeah, Ensnaring Bridge on top of my deck. I'll go ahead and do that. That's fine. So their draw for turn was a Stomping Ground, actually. Okay, so I will take the Electrodominance, and I will pass. All right, Generous Ent is out of hand, Electrodominance is out of hand, they got a Commercial District and a Desert Ceradon. It was more relevant to slow them down before I had this Ensnaring Bridge on top of my deck, but now that I do, I think I'm just gonna let them do whatever the heck they want. They cycled that. Street Wraith is going to the bin off of a commercial district. That's fine. And yeah, I'm not even going to bother making constructs here. I'm just going to play my Ensnaring Bridge. I'm going to cast my Mox Opal. I'm going to play Ancient Stirrings. I'm going to attempt to dig myself into a Codex Shredder. Yeah, Codex Shredder. That's good. Okay. And that is a Pithing Needle on top of my deck. That's fine. And they can... Excuse me, sir! My cat. My cat. My cat. I named my cat Sir. Well, my fiance and I named our cat Sir. As in, sir, this is a Wendy's. Yeah, Malevolent Rumble is fine. They revealed 2 twin-shot snipers. When it enters, it deals 2 to any target. They chose a Wooded Foothills. And that is a Bloodbraid Marauder. I'm going to take a look at their deck here for a second. Desert Ceradon. Top 5. Okay, that's fine. They have an Endurance, which is a little annoying. I haven't actually seen an answer to an Ensnaring Bridge quite yet. Perhaps they can bring these twin-shot snipers in and out of existence. I don't think I'm worried about that. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and F6 here. Bloodbraid Marauder is out of their hand. Right. And these are going to just get Pyxis and Pyxis, respectively, I think. I will throw this down on a Desert Ceradon. Do I need to throw it down on a Desert Ceradon? Could I throw it down on a different cycling creature? Nah, I'll throw it down on the Desert Ceradon. That's fine. Okay. I think this game is wrapped up. I just need to make sure to keep the Endurances out of their deck, out of their graveyard. And I believe I will exile that Malevolent Rumble. Yeah, that's Beseiju. That's annoying. I think I just want to exile that. I don't think I want to worry about it. Yeah, Wooded Foothills is down. I'm going to grab another Pyxis here. And I'm going to cast this. And my opponent does not have a means to cycle in hand. Do I want that for Mori Vault, though? Oh, I don't have to choose. Okay. All right, so they got a Misty Rainforest now. A little bit odd that they chose to fetch there. I think I'm going to mill this. Oh, yeah, that Beseiju's got to go. Okay. I'm going to try and take them off of all their cyclers as well. I will go ahead and pop here. I can afford to hold a card in hand. As long as it's just not a second Ensnaring Bridge, that would be annoying. Endurance has got to go. It's going to come at the cost of one of my Pyxis, but that's okay. So I think their win con at this point is going to be taking these twin-shot snipers in and out of the battlefield. And I don't necessarily care about that all that much, I think. Okay. And they give up the ghost. That's perfectly fine by me. Alrighty, on to sideboarding. So, they are playing Living End. Famously, Grafdigger's Cage is 100% ineffective against Living End because the creatures enter from exile. So I'm going to take that out. I might bring in my Torpor Orbs, actually, because I feel like a lot of the stuff that they are going to be bringing in, stuff like Foundation Breaker, Ingot Chewer, and even those twin-shot snipers, are going to have enters the battlefield abilities that cause something to happen. I think Extirpates might also be good. I do not believe that Assassin's Trophy is going to be decent. Pithing Needles are less relevant, but still a bit relevant, so I'm going to keep that in. Underworld Cookbook is just not that particularly strong. Huh. What do I take out now? Do I take out a Mox Opal? Yeah, I'll take out a Mox Opal. I don't think I need to be accelerating particularly hard. We've got quite a bit more time on our hands this time. Oh, this is an interesting hand. They've mulled the 6. I think I will keep it. Oh, they mulled a 5. Yeah, that sucks. I'm not sure if I should be Inquisitioning them on turn 1. They are shocking in, though, which is indicative of having an Oliphant or a Generous Ent in hand. Oh, that's an Extirpate. Well, now I have options. I think I'm going to cast out both of these Mistress Baubles. I'm going to take a look at the top card of my deck here. That is a Stirrings. Do I want a Stirrings? Yeah, I think I want a Stirrings. I think I'll take a Stirrings. And I'm going to decide if I cast this Extirpate or not later. But shocking that in. Look at the top 5. Reveal a creature. Put the rest on the bottom. Okay. So that Stomping Ground is gone. Bloodbraid Marauder, huh? Now, what's the best way to do this? I could look now. I don't believe I want an Ensnaring Bridge. I already have one in my hand. I really want a land. So I'm going to fetch my Underground Mortuary. I'm going to dig for a land. That's still not a land. Land, please. That's a land. Okay, this is fine. Let's go ahead and play out our Urza Saga. And I'm going to play out Lantern of Insight here. Now, do I play Inquisition or do I play Extirpate? Or do I play Stirrings, looking for land number 3? I think I'm going to Inquisition my opponent. I have a Duress on top of my deck, and my opponent has shown that they are not really functioning particularly well right now. Street Wraith, Ceradon, Electrodominance, Bloodblade, Marauder. They have 4 card types in their graveyard now, so I think I'm going to take the Bloodbraid Marauder, and I'm going to pass turn. All right, they cycled into a couple of different things. What did they cycle into? Street Wraith, Desert Ceradon. They cycled into a Malevolent Rumble, and I actually wasn't paying attention on the last one. That's not good. But I don't think it was anything more than just a cycler. I've got a lot of Stirrings in hand and not a lot of lands. I need to fire off one of these Stirrings next turn, I think, and hope to luck sack into a black-producing land. Mox Opal would not cut it here. Okay, apparently the last card that I didn't pay attention to was just that. Bloodbraid Marauder. Notably, this is pretty bad, actually. Their graveyard's pretty stocked right now. Oh, but they chose to do this instead first, but they're still going to have the red necessary to cast the Marauder. Okay. Electrodominance, Force of Vigor, Generous Ent, and Living End. So they have to take the Generous Ent here, if they take anything at all. Oh, they did choose something. Okay. What's their graveyard look like? Oh, that is full of stuff. 3, 6. I'm just dead, I think. I think I'm just dead. Wow. I need to do a Lantern Shuffle into a land here. Yeah, 3, 6, 12, 18, 21, 24. Jeez. Okay, well, time to do the shuffle. That's annoying. All right, land. Moxo. Okay, that's good. Well, that was kind of annoying, but I guess that's kind of the risk that I took when I kept the hand. It had 1 land in it. Maybe I should have spent more time developing my lands instead of trying to disrupt what my opponent was doing. Not sure Torpor Orb is going to be particularly useful now. I'm gonna try it anyway. I think I'm gonna try it anyway. Okay, I would like to be on the play. This hand has the possibility of taking all the living ends out of their deck. I think I will keep it because of that. But this is a very high risk, high reward hand for sure. I will cast this Mishra's Bauble. I will target myself. That's a Mishra's Bauble on top of my deck. Do I want that or do I not want that? I don't think I want that, but I also am not convinced that I can afford to not draw it. I think I might need to hold open Extirpates. Are they really going to win on turn 1, though? No, I don't think they're going to win on turn 1. I think I can afford to fetch a Surveil land here. That is a land. I will keep that, actually. So now if my opponent has a living end in hand, I can Duress and then Extirpate. Go ahead and Duress first. They have the living end. They have double Electrodominance. And as foretold, the Foundation Breaker is there. I am going to high roll. I'm going to take the living end. And I don't believe that I can afford to play out my Urza Saga here. I also just don't want to give that Foundation Breaker a target. I will go ahead and pop this now. I don't think I want a Mishra's Bauble in this stage of the game. Let's just go ahead and grab this Swamp. Stomping Ground. They're going to cycle the Desert Ceradon here. All right, I'm going to draw. And I think I just need to hold open black until I fire off one of these Extirpates. Incubation. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck. They're going to reveal something. Incubation was already in hand. I knew about that. They're going to show me something that I don't know now. There's a Bloodbraid Marauder. How many cards types are in their graveyard? They got sorcery, land, creature, instant. Okay, so that Marauder will hit if they cast it. I think I'm just going to play my Urza Saga. I'm going to give them a target for that Foundation Breaker because I do want to get it out of their deck. I'm going to Inquisition them. What is their last unknown card in hand? It is a Mountain. So I will take the Bloodbraid Marauder here. Okay, Bloodbraid Marauder is out of their hand. Did they keep it on top? They did keep it on top. I'm going to mill that, actually. Whatever it was, you may not have it. It was a Beseiju. Yeah, that was a good hit, I think. Now they can Electro Dominance out a Living End if they want to. They might be thinking about what interaction I have right now. I have Extirpate, which is the ultimate interaction in a situation like this. Or really most situations involving the graveyard. Just can't be responded to, just, oh, evoked. Yeah, that's fine. They're going to hit my Urza Saga. I'm okay with that. So Foundation Breaker is gone. They still have Electro Dominance in hand, and I don't think I'm going to tip my hand here. I think I'm just going to play my Mycosynth Gardens, and I'm going to pass. I might even... no, I'm not going to mill them. It's fine. Urza Saga. That's nice. And now I'm going to have enough mana to both create a construct and hold open double Extirpate if I need to. That doesn't resolve quite yet. Just give me a second. Just hold on. Just give me a second. Wow, they've got double Force of Vigor in hand, huh? Well, that's something that you can have in hand. That's certainly something that you can have in hand. Okay, well, double Force of Vigor is certainly a lot of Force of Vigors. So what do they have as far as outs? In their deck, they have 2 Force of Vigors. They have a Foundation Breaker and a Beseiju. 2 Force of Vigors, a Foundation Breaker, and a Beseiju. I'm going to take the stuff out of their hand. Did I already do that? Yeah, they're all exiled. Okay, we're good. All right, you dealt 1 damage to me. That's perfectly fine with me. I go down to 17. So it was... They have an extra card in hand that I don't know about. I don't remember what it was. That is an Oliphant that they're cycling. Commercial District that they played as a land for turn. Force of Vigor, huh? Well, that's a good draw. And I can protect it using the Mycosynth Gardens. And if they cast this Force of Vigor, then I'm just going to majorly screw up their life by extirpating the second one. Titanoth Rex. It cycles. And yeah, I'm not sure if they have Wooded Foothills or Electro Dominance in hand right now. I think it might be Electro Dominance. I think they might have had a second Electro Dominance in hand. I'm going to pretend that that's the case. All right, let's go ahead and try and kill them. Don't know why they're not using that Force of Vigor. They could have done it now. They could have done it last turn. They could have done it at any point here, really. Maybe they were just waiting for me to tap out of my Mycosynth Gardens. But then I didn't really have anything worth protecting with this Mycosynth Gardens anyway. You know what? Whatever. They're going to hit Lantern and Urza Saga. That's 1 down. And here, I'm just going to go ahead and straight up extirpate the Force of Vigor. I'm not even going to bother waiting. Goodbye, Force of Vigor. Now their outs are 1 Beseiju and 1 Foundation Breaker. And yeah, it was Electro Dominance. Oh, and they concede the match. I think that might have been a bit premature, but, you know. Hey, let me take these cards out of my opponent's hand, damn it. Okay, here we go. Yep, I'm still exiling stuff. Extirpate is still resolving. I can still do things. I have agency. Well, I will say that the single best way that you have to remove agency from your opponent is by conceding the match. There's no more decisions to make if the match is over, right? Anyway, on to round 3. I think that my opponent's concession in the last round was a bit premature. But anyway, we are on the play again. Wow, on round 3 versus Jack Facchetti. I will play against you, thank you. Will I do it with this hand? This hand has Bauble, Pyxis, Opal, Pyxis, which gets me going fairly quickly. I think I will keep this. The Underground Mortuary is a bit slow, but I think I might actually be able to use that. I'm going to go ahead and fetch up a basic swamp here. I'm going to cast Bauble, Pyxis, Opal, Pyxis. And I'm going to f6. My opponent f6'd as well. They're on a Flooded Strand strategy. This worries me. I would very much like a discard spell right now. I would like a Lantern, and I would like a discard spell. So I think I will bauble myself. It is a Lantern. Yeah, I'll keep that. And I also find the Thoughtseize to go with it. Nope. That is an Ancient Stirrings. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to jam Lantern right now. If my opponent counters it, then they counter it. But that'll inform what my Stirrings gets. They did Force of Negation that exiling Spell Snare. That is an excellent choice to exile. I'm going to cast Ancient Stirrings now. If I hit an Urza Saga, then that is fantastic for me. And I did hit the Urza Saga, so that is indeed fantastic for me. And now this Urza Saga is going to put a non-zero amount of pressure on my opponent here. And it doesn't matter what they surveil with this particular archive, they're not going to have access to it. But they did tell me that they don't need lands. They need action. Please don't Wrath of the Skies me for X equals 0 right now. That would suck. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Here we go. Wrath of the Skies. Well, they fetched after tapping this for mana, so they can't undo the tap. Is a Prismatic Ending on my Mox Opal? Seriously? I mean, I guess that might take me off of a Construct token, perhaps? I'm gonna go ahead and start using these Pyxis. If I can randomly remove a win condition from their deck, that favors me, I think. Oh, well, top decked another Mox Opal. Yeah, that's fine. Mox Opal, that was a really good top deck, actually. I think I don't want the Blooming Marsh. Although I had the option of not revealing that Blooming Marsh to my opponent, I guess I could have chosen to keep it on top and then exiled it to Pyxis. Probably would have been a bit of a smarter play, I think. Okay, and now we are just hoping that my opponent doesn't have Wrath of the Skies. I feel like they would have used it last turn if they did. Oof. Main board Harbinger of the Seas, huh? All right, you got it. I still have my colors underneath me, at least. Let's go ahead and start attacking. No blocks here. That's probably wise of them. Main board Harbinger of the Seas. Well, now Wrath of the Skies is actually shut off. They are losing this damage race, especially if they're not attacking. I'm just going to go ahead and sandbag that Mox Opal. They're choosing to chump here. I'm not sure what that means. I guess they just wanted access to their colors. Counterspell on the Graveyard is nice for me. They still actually need to answer this construct. They haven't done that yet. Oh, Fomori Vault. Save me. Do I activate Fomori Vault right now? I couldn't actually grab a land with this immediately, so I think I'm going to hold Fomori Vault. Fire Reach Sanitarium. They have to have some sort of combo with that. I'm going to discard this Blooming Marsh. Maybe they have a Narset Parter of Veils in their deck. I'm going to discard a Mox Opal. And I will take an Inquisition of Kozilek here. Go ahead and Inquisition our opponent. Actually, my opponent is at 9. If they don't answer this construct token, and I can make it grow into a 5/5, then they just lose the game, right? So I think I'm going to swing, and I'm not going to do anything right now. I'm going to activate Fomori Vault again. I'm going to spin this Blooming Marsh into something nice. All of Storm Giants, just a little bit too slow. That is the card that I was looking for sure. Narset Parter of Veils. A little bit too slow, I think. Wrath of the Skies is definitely a little too slow. I'm going to spin this Ensnaring Bridge into... I think I'm going to grab an Ancient Stirrings, actually. All right, Inquisition the opponent. Counterspell, Wrath of the Skies, Hollowed Fountain. Gonna take that Wrath of the Skies. Now they got Counterspell and Hollowed Fountain. I am going to Stirrings for a Lantern. Try and get a little bit more information out of them. And now I'm going to kill them. They conceded too quickly. I couldn't see what the next card down was. Okay, so my opponent is on blue-white's, the Hull Breacher. Hull Breacher's not legal in this format, is it? But they're on Narset Parter of Veils and this Gaia Reach Sanitarium, which is going to be a really difficult lock for me to break. Now, I don't necessarily need to be drawing a bunch of additional cards, but I would like the option of just, you know, having these Assassin's Trophies in my deck, I think. And I would like the Duress and the Thoughtseize in, I believe. I didn't see a single creature out of my opponent's deck, except for the Harbinger of the Seas main board, which was a bit odd. I guess it's just more reason to just have these Assassin's Trophies, though. I don't believe I cut Mox Opal because of the, because I saw the Harbinger, though. Pithing Needle can shut off Gaia Reach Sanitariums. I'm not convinced that's where I want to be. Underworld Cookbook is gone. Grafdigger's Cage, I believe, needs to go. And I think I will side out a single Ensnaring Bridge. I really believe that I want to keep my opponent off balance long enough to kill them with Urza's Saga here. Oop, I forgot to add the win. Okay, here we go. Well, this would be a fantastic Urza's Saga hand if I had another land in it. So this has got to be a mole. All right, my opponent has mulliganed as well. Ooh, this is a good hand. I think I will keep this hand and I will bottom the Ensnaring Bridge. I will keep this, bottom the Ensnaring Bridge. Very good. Yeah, this is an excellent hand. I like this hand a lot. Now, do I lead on Duress or do I lead on Inquisition? I think I'm going to lead on Duress. Force, tune the narrative, and then 3 lands. Oh boy. Do I even take the Force here, or do I just take the tune the narrative? Did they surveil the top? They did surveil the top. I think I'm just going to take the tune the narrative. I don't really have anything in my hand that I particularly want to, you know, resolve, I guess. They played a Plains. Stony Silence is fine. Tune the Narrative is out of their hand. That's an Ensnaring Bridge that I didn't really want to see. I'm not convinced that I fire off this Inquisition of Kozilek right now. I think I might just play this Urza's Saga and then Duress them again. Take that Force of Negation. And then I'm gonna kill them with Urza's Saga now. Hopefully. There's a Flooded Strand. Tune the Narrative as their top deck. And nothing to follow it up. I will actually get a Polluted Delta in play, and I'm going to fetch a basic Swamp with this. They fetched a Hedge Maze. That's interesting. And they kept on top. So now they have 2 cards in their hand that I don't know about. I feel like if they had a Wrath of the Skies, they would have killed me with it right now. But I don't believe they do. That's a Lantern of Insight. We take those. So now I can grab what? I could grab a Pithing Needle, name a Gaia Reach Sanitarium. I could name a Narset Parter of Veils with that. I'm not convinced that that's fantastic. They would have Days Undoing in their deck somewhere, right? In that case, it doesn't actually matter if I Pithing Needle something. And Gaia Reach Sanitarium doesn't actually stop me from keeping cards in my hand. It just stops me from drawing additional ones. It doesn't decrease the number of cards that I have in my hand. It just stops me from increasing it. I could just grab a Pyxis and invest in the future. I think I will. I'm going to use this Polluted Delta, and I'm going to fetch out my second basic. Maybe that's incorrect. Maybe I should have played this Overgrown Tomb first. And I think I am just going to go ahead and play this Lantern of Insight. Even if it gets countered, that's fine. Oh, I have Underground Mortuary on top of my deck. That's okay. Okay, now we need to hope that my opponent doesn't top deck Wrath of the Skies. Prismatic Ending is annoying, but acceptable, I suppose. Now they don't even need to play out the Prismatic Ending. And unfortunately, this is just going to be a tad bit slow. Don't know why they played that out. Maybe they're just trying to buffer their life total for later. Underground Mortuary. Get down. I don't think I want a Mycosynth Gardens. Oh boy. Okay. And I believe I will actually fire off his Inquisition now. Fairy Hero of Dominaria, are you serious? Alright. Alright. We're gonna have a game on our hands, folks. Just absolute garbage game here. Wrath of the Skies is in hand. Yeah, they're just gonna cast this for max. Oh, they're just gonna cast a fairy now? Yeah, that's fine. They could have cast a fairy into Wrath, but I don't think they did. Alright, I have a Mox Opal on top of my deck. They have... I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna sandbag the Mox Opal. They have a Consigned to Memory on top of theirs. Yeah, they could have had this Teferi down earlier, but they just chose not to, I suppose. All right. And we're playing Garbage Magic. Consigned to Memory could be pointed at an Urza's Saga trigger as well. That's really annoying. Ancient Stirrings. Let's go ahead and fire that off. I am not quite ready to concede the game, but this is definitely annoying. I will go ahead and just play the Pithing Needle. Maybe they won't consign this. Her. All right. And the question is, do I slam Ensnaring Bridge or do I not? Wow, they're playing black too. Do I slam Ensnaring Bridge? My opponent is currently on the same amount of cards in deck as I am. They can get rid of Ensnaring Bridge if they want to anyway. I don't think I'm going to play it. But I definitely think that I am firmly in the garbage right now. Jace, I actually can't do jack diddly squat right now because there's a Stony Silence in play. So I would need to remove that first. Lantern of Insight, yeah, there's the Days Undoing. Okay, go ahead and play out your stuff. Don't want to pay the life. And of course they hardcast a Force of Negation. That's fine. Days Undoing. Come on, hardcasted Days Undoing. What could go wrong? Oh, Solitude, that's their win condition. Okay, sure. Nope, they're just going to be super patient. This game is lost, by the way, if that wasn't obvious to anyone paying attention here. I'm doing this for information at this point. Have I seen enough from them? Probably. I've probably seen enough. Yeah, I'm actually going to go ahead and concede here. I don't think that I need to be continuing to play this out. I've seen enough of their deck. I know that they have the Stony Silences. I know that these Assassin's Trophies are going to be good. And I actually think that this is a good sideboarding plan. Maybe I do want the third Pithing Needle in, but I don't know. They do have a very limited number of ways to win the game. Perhaps I want the Extirpates. What would I bring in over... What would I take out to bring in Extirpate? I don't think I see anything in here that I would want to take out. I could remove all of my Ensnaring Bridges. I don't know if that's wise. They do have creatures. And they have Harbinger of the Seas, which shuts off Urza's Saga. And whenever there's Harbinger of the Seas, I really want Bridge in to answer that. I'm not going to cut Profane Tutor because Profane Tutor is a very good flexible card, and this is exactly the sort of matchup that you want it in against. It's good to just slam early, and then later on in the game, it just finds whatever you need at the moment that it resolves, not at the moment that you suspend it. I'm going to keep in Profane Tutor. I'm going to just submit. I will be on the play. Can't keep this. I swear, I play lands. Mulligan. Mulligan. All right, we'll keep this one. I'm going to bottom an Ancient Stirrings. And, I think I need to keep the Inquisition. I think I just cannot... I think I cannot allow Wrath of the Skies to be in my opponent's hand with a hand like this. I'm going to bottom the Mox Opal, and I'm going to use... Wait, why is my opponent playing? Oh, I chose to not play first for some stupid reason. All right, whatever. It happens, I guess. Need to be more aware of that sort of thing. My opponent did not mull at all, actually. So they get to just do whatever the heck they want. But the decision to not be on the play was definitely not a tactical decision. That was just me misclicking. Oh, Lord. All right, so they have a Hollowed Fountain tapped as their first play. I think I am going to turn one Inquisition them. Yeah, I'm definitely No, I'm going to turn one Inquisition. I don't think that I should afford... I don't think that I should wait. If they have a Stony Silence, it's going to suck. Oh, Lord. Okay, so my stuff's not resolving. Counterspell, Counterspell, Wrath of the Skies, Prismatic Ending, Island, and Mystic Gate. Take that, Wrath of the Skies. Get out of here, Wrath of the Skies. Gonna go ahead and cast this Mishra's Bauble, I guess. And depending on if I draw a land or a Mox Opal or not, I might suspend this Profane Tutor. Like, if I draw a land, then I'm going to suspend it. As it is now, though, I'm not going to. Yeah, Counterspell, that's fine. Urza's Saga is down, and I'm going to play out this Codex Shredder. And I really, really, really need a land here. Mystic Gate is down. They have Counterspell, Prismatic Ending, and 2 unknowns in hand. If this is a Stony Silence, I swear to God. Oh, it's a Wrath of the Skies at the top decked. Of course it is. Okay, well, let's go ahead and find lands here. That's not a land, but it is an Inquisition. Is Profane Tutor really going to be that good? I don't think so. I think I want the Inquisition here, and I will mill my opponent. Oh boy. All right, we're in trouble. Again, we are in trouble once again. Go ahead and take that Prismatic Ending out of their hand, I guess. But that leaves them with a counterspell open. I guess I kind of have to do it, though. All right. This sucks. Let this be on the record. This sucks. We have to top deck out of this. My opponent can counterspell my Pyxis. They kept the card on top. Oh, Lord. All right. Are they going to counterspell this? Yeah. Whatever is on top of their deck, they want it. Hate to say it, but I don't think I'm winning this. It's a Teferi Hero of Dominaria, isn't it? Oh, no, it's not. Okay. Wow, they kept another card on top of their deck. What do they have in hand? Well, I'm going to play out the cards I get as I get them. That is a Consign to Memory and an Inquisition on top of my deck. So they're not actually trying to dig for Haymakers. Prismatic Ending? Yeah. Okay. Just going to let that go. This would be a fantastic spot to have a lock, not gonna lie. And they had some sort of fetch land on top of their deck. I don't remember what it was. They told me. It's fine. They're gonna Surveil again. They got a lot of those Surveil lands. They did mill it. Okay, so we could still get perfect draws and recover from here. I don't think it's going to happen, but it's not impossible. Any land would be a good draw, because that allows me to suspend Profane Tutor. Any Mill Rock is a good draw, more or less, kind of. Mill Rocks are kind of the worst draws. Discard spells are almost completely dead in this point of the game, and Ensnaring Bridge is absolute garbage. All right. Consign to Memories out of my opponent's hand. Sorry about that. Is that a Narset Parter of Veils? You've got to be kidding me. No, 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 no. Oh, they top deck a Teferi. Oh, that sucks. Well, if I draw a land, I can Assassin's Trophy that. Assuming they didn't draw a counterspell of some sort. That's a Blooming Marsh. I am going to wait until their upkeep to do this. And I'm just going to hope that they didn't top deck a counterspell here. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. They found a basic. They have one card in hand. I don't know what it is. That is a Mishra's Bauble. I think I might cycle that immediately if they allow it to resolve. Wow, they're consigning a Mishra's Bauble. I will take that. Oop, 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 oop. Don't forget. Profane Tutor. That was pretty big. That was a pretty big exchange right there. That Consigned to Memory could have been pointed at anything else. I'm not going to drop this Ensnaring Bridge quite yet. And I think I will actually get an Urza Saga off of this Profane Tutor if it resolves. I just need a lot of good stuff here. Dang, they got a counterspell. All right, that's fine. And we are once again playing garbage magic. I think I need to let them have that Consigned to Memory. I don't think I can afford to take that. Yeah, that's an Urza Saga. Do I bait my opponent with an Ensnaring Bridge here? This is an actual big decision point here. So I could Lantern, shuffle away the Stony Silence, Stirrings for Urza Saga, play it now. I think that Stirrings for Urza Saga is just correct. Well, yeah. Now the question is, do I simply allow the Stony Silence to hit? And do I use this Fomori Vault to attempt to dig myself out of it? How badly does Stony Silence screw me over here? Pretty badly. I think I'm gonna take it. I think I gotta take it. All right. We are officially back into garbage magic. Except I have an Urza Saga whose trigger could be consigned here. If they don't consign this trigger, then wow, we are in there. All right, sure. Well, I'm going to create constructs. This Fomori Vault currently does actual or nothing. All right. Constructs, save the day. I'm very surprised that they didn't consign the Urza Saga Chapter 2 trigger. I'm extremely surprised. Are they going to consign the Chapter 3 trigger? It looks like that's what they're doing. Looks like they didn't consign the Chapter 2 trigger because they wanted to consign the Chapter 3 trigger. Like, that's fine. I don't have anything else that I'm doing this turn besides swinging in with my 2/2. So if we get extraordinarily, extremely, massively, stupidly lucky, we still have a shot at winning this. My opponent needs to draw Stone Cold Nothing for like 7 turns, which they have drawn Stone Cold Nothing for a decent chunk of time. Good cards include things like Force of Negation, Counterspell. I guess at this point, even Stony Silence would be fine. They play lots of lands, but it looks like they did draw something. I don't know what, though. That is a Codex Shredder. I think I am going to spin the Fomori Vault right now. I'm going to see if I can find another land. I'll take a Lantern. Go ahead and swing out. Okay, my opponent's on notice. Like, they still have outs to this for sure. Like, they could just top deck Wrath of the Skies and just end the game if they wanted to. Memory Deluge. Wow, that's a thing that they could have. They can flash it back immediately if they want to. That's hilarious. Wow, that's kind of scary, actually. I don't like that. They looked at the top 4, put 2 in their hand. Memory Deluge is a really good draw from them. The Prismatic Ending. I'm still not convinced that I need to be playing out my lock, especially with that Memory Deluge. Yeah, losing that other construct kind of sucked. I think I'm just going to swing for 1 here. Do I spin away an Ensnaring Bridge? I don't think so. I think I'm just going to hold. Only digging 1 deep doesn't help either. It basically turns Ensnaring Bridge into a cantrip. I don't really like that. If they have a Narset Parter of Veils, that's going to be a bit annoying. They got Big Teferi. Oh, they're casting Memory Deluge again. Okay. So they're going to look at the top 7 now. Wow, Memory Deluge was just a huge hit for them. They might even be able to find another Memory Deluge with that. Do I spin now? If my opponent wants to remove this Ensnaring Bridge, they can do it. I'm going to spin it. Mox Opal, I guess I take a Mox Opal. Duress, that's a huge deal. I love Duress. All right, casting that now. Counterspell. I think I might play out a Codex Shredder just to increase my clock. They're countering that too, huh? Force of Negation. Oh, you know what this means? Lantern of Insight. Narset Parter of Veils, huh? They could have Tune the Narrative in hand. I think I will exile that Narset now. Yeah, this is good. This is good. Okay, we might come back from this. Very small chance that we come back from this. But my opponent is on notice. They need a Wrath of the Skies, which it looks like they have it. Damn it. That's annoying. Yeah, well, I tried. Now they're just going to absolutely wreck my day with this Hall of the Storm Giants. This becomes a 7/7. This has been just a game. This has been a game. Maybe I was a little bit aggressive in playing out that lock. What are they doing? Just hard casting a Solitude? Well, Thoughtseize wouldn't have helped with that. All right. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. If I top deck exactly Ensnaring Bridge here, or possibly even a Pithing Needle would buy me a bit of time as well. I just don't think... Yeah, that's game. Okay, well, that happens. Wow, that was a game, though. Maybe if I had not been super aggressive at playing out my stuff, then it would have been good. Right there at the end, I played out a lock, and then it just all got swept up in Wrath of the Skies. Yeah, that was a game. Well played by my opponent on that. So I think the only thing I really could have done much differently, at least that I can think of off the top of my head, is maybe not going super aggro right at the end. I tend to do that. I could have waited for another discard spell or something. Just really didn't want them to top deck another Memory Deluge, but I guess I just had to take that chance. Oh well, this deck seems super sweet. I have no idea how it functions in the metagame. I think that these Hedge Mazes and Watery Graves in here are just here for the Prismatic Endings, but still, I like the deck. It's pretty cool. On to round 4. Okay, we are on the draw, finally, versus Fried Rice. I will actually keep this hand. Double discard is decent. Urza Saga is nice to have. If I top deck any 1 mana artifact, then it's going to be interesting. We're playing against Affinity again. Yeah, Thoughtseizes are good against Affinity. Do I want to play out Blooming Marsh? I think so, because if I top deck an Ancient Stirrings, then that's going to be a good pickup. Oh, we're not playing against Affinity. Well, I think I'm going to take their Metallic Rebuke, and I'm not going to reveal what I'm on quite yet. Urza Saga is down. That is an Urza Saga that is an Inquisition of my own. I kind of want to Thoughtseize them here. Found a second Urza Saga. Well, that's annoying. Take that Urza, play my own Urza Saga, and I will, in fact, reveal what I'm on. Now, I believe my opponent's creatures are going to be slightly larger than mine, so I don't know if that's the axis I want to fight them on. I might just want to land this Ensnaring Bridge. Oh, Mox Opal, that's their top deck. Okay, so I know their entire hand now. Hollowed Fountain is down. They're going to create their construct and they're going to just equip. They're going to try and deal as much damage to me as they can. That's fine, I think. Go ahead and mill them here. Just want a little more info. Mox Opal would have actually been nice to leave on top. I am not going to play the construct game. Instead, I am going to play out this Catacombs. I'm going to fetch a basic Swamp. I'm going to Ancient Stirrings, hope to hit a Lantern. I did hit a Lantern. That's very good. Any order on those, that's fine. I'm going to play out this Lantern now. Look at the top 4. Reveal an artifact. Put them into your hand. I mean, they're obviously playing Urza. I'm gonna go ahead and have them mill that. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna take a little bit of damage here, but I don't think it's going to matter that much. I can still play out my whole hand next turn. Pithing Needle on Codex Shredder is expected. I wonder if they have a second Pithing Needle. Oh, so they're gonna go the... Oh, hell. Alright. That's just me not freaking counting, man. I could have played that Ensnaring Bridge, and I chose not to. Alright, that's embarrassing. I could have just played the Ensnaring Bridge. Alright, well... Nature's Claims, get in the deck. Pithing Needles are good. Grafdigger's Cages are not. I've been citing out Grafdigger's Cage in Underworld Cookbook a lot. Do I want additional removal? I don't know. I don't think they have a lot of targets for Duress. I think I might just want to bring in Thoughtseize instead. I think this is fine. Alright, well that was embarrassing. I could have just played out the Ensnaring Bridge and I chose not to. Thought I would be able to survive and I was not. I even had the discard spell in hand. I could have just sandbagged that for next turn along with the rest of the lock. But well, I had a decision available to me to win the game and I chose to not win the game instead. That happens a lot when you play Lantern. I would like to be on the play here, thank you. Yeah, I'll keep this. If I want the card on top, I'm going to play out Polluted Delta. If I don't want the card on top, I'm going to play out Underground Mortuary, I think. Although, I don't know. I don't know what the optimal sequencing for this hand is. I feel like that's something that I would need to study. I might just... I don't know. Actually, I am going to play this out, and then I'm going to decide when I play this Mishra's Bauble. Well, I don't want another Ancient Stirrings. So the choice here really is, do I want to play Underground Mortuary now or later? If I play it now, then I could, theoretically, Thoughtseize Stirrings next turn, or I could just use the free info and I could Thoughtseize now. I think I'm going to grab Overgrown Tomb, and I'm going to shock it in. Oh, that's a lot of life loss right off the bat, though. Ooh, wow, okay, yeah, sure. That's a, okay, that's a hand you could have. Do I burn through their Thought Monitors, or do I burn through their Urza? I think I'm gonna burn through their Urza. That was a hand. We got a Polluted Delta off the top anyway. That's slightly annoying. Mox Opal. Okay, they got one unknown in hand. That is a Lantern. That's a pretty good pickup. And I think I will play an Underground Mortuary, and I'm going to bin that second Lantern. Darksteel Citadel. They're just going to play out the Razortide Bridge. And they have one unknown card in hand, which is a bit annoying. But if I just slam Ensnaring Bridge now... Oh, I could have fetched. I didn't want to. If I just slam Ensnaring Bridge now, then that last card in hand has to be a Consigned to Memory, not a Metallic Rebuke like we saw last game. Thoughtcast. So they're going to have the ability to play cards. Alright, Thought Monitor. So they're going to have a Relic of Progenitus. And what else? Hollowed Fountain. That is a Consigned to Memory. And another Thoughtcast. Mox Opal was the unknown card. Choosing not to play Thoughtcast here, even though they could. I think I'm going to take the opportunity now to establish a lock. Let's go ahead and Stirrings. Do I want Urza Saga or do I just want the Pyxis? I think I just want the Pyxis, and I'm going to cast it right now. Yeah, that's fair. Okay, Consigned Memory is out of their hand. I think I'm going to play out the Polluted Delta. I'm going to take a little bit of a beat from this. Esper Sentinel is down. Thought Monitor is down. They're going to draw Ingenious Smith and Urza Saga. That's annoying. My opponent is doing a very good job of keeping their hand quite flush. Okay, that is an Ingenious Smith. They're going to look at the top 4 of their deck. They're going to choose an artifact, which might be this Thought Monitor, and it is. I'm going to play Relic. All right. I don't think I want this Profane Tutor. I think it might be a bit slow. So I am going to fetch here. I'm going to grab a basic swamp. Lantern is fine. So I will take this for Mori Vault. I will pay 3 here. I will discard this Lantern of Insight. And I'm going to hopefully hit something underneath this Ancient Stirrings. I am actually going to play out this Mistress Bauble. I will pay. Okay, now I'm taking 1 damage instead of a lot of damage. Target player exiles a card from their graveyard. That's fine, I don't care. I have an Ingenious Smith now. They're going to be able to make a couple constructs here, but I don't really care about that. Thought Monitor is coming down. It's going to draw Thoughtcast. And what else? And another Ingenious Smith. They're cycling through their deck a lot, but they're not actually doing a whole lot to remove this Ensnaring Bridge. There's a Portable Hole. That's a Pithing Needle. Well, a Portable Hole is annoying for sure. They played a Hallowed Fountain as their land, so they could Porthole right now if they wanted to. Looks like that's actually... No, that's not what they're doing. I will pop this this Mistress Bauble right now, actually. And you got Pithing Needle. They're going to name Codex Shredder? Mori Vault. Okay. Yeah, Mori Vault is a good hit off of that, I think. I'm going to take a poke from the Esper Sentinel. I'm going to draw a card here. Would love a discard spell. Didn't get one. I have one now, though. And I think I will simply play out Ensnaring Bridge. Alright, so they got a Tamiyo now. They do have an Otawara, which can be an answer to something. I wonder what else they have in their deck. Do they have additional Pithing Needles? No, they got a Lava Spur Boots. Okay, so they don't have anything else that's relevant to me. Tamiyo is down. They're going to equip to the Tamiyo, get another bit of damage in. That's fine. Urza Saga and Spell Pierce. Okay. Tamiyo's going to start at 2. Wonder what I do here. I don't know. I think I'm going to Thoughtseize and then throw down a Pithing Needle on Tamiyo. That would allow me to pay for the Esper Sentinel and still create a construct if I wanted to, which I actually might. I wonder what the extra card I have is. They played the Seachrome Coast. Okay, that's what I missed. Okay, so this Thoughtseize is going to hit Portable Hole. Actually, yeah, Portable Hole, get out of the hand. Tamiyo is getting needled here. And we are relatively close to stability now. That's fine. Tamiyo, huh? Okay. We're getting close to stability here. Razortide Bridge, that's another Portable Hole. That's annoying. Spell Pierce is out of their hand. So they could... Oh, they can't. They can't draw... Oh, they could draw a card if they pop their Relic. And then they could consign my Urza Saga trigger, prevent me from finding another needle to answer their Tamiyo, and that would be pretty bad for me. I wonder if they're going to do that. Oh, they're just going to do that instead. Okay, yeah, that's fair. Consign and Darksteel Citadel. Another Thoughtcast. Portable Hole is going to come down. And I actually don't have anything that I can really do here. Yeah, they're going to put the Pithing Needle on Tamiyo into the dirt. 1 Portable Hole in exile, 1 in play. They have 2 more in their deck, presumably. Played Razortide Bridge. Equipped their Lava Spur Boots to their Esper Sentinel. Are they going to do this and counter my triggered ability? Yeah, they're going to counter that. That's completely fair, I think. Okay. If only Fomori Vault hadn't been Pithing Needled, huh? Hollowed Fountain. Well, this is kind of terrifying. Urza and Thoughtcast. All right. Oh, Lord. Here we go. We're running into a lot of trouble now. I don't think I have any agency here. This Tamiyo is going to pop soon. I think they're spinning Urza. They found a Mox Opal. They can spin Urza again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, they can spin Urza again if they want to. I'm not sure how correct that is. That's Exile. This is Revealed. What do I need to do right now? I need to stop them from having Otawara. I think Otawara would be really annoying, but I'm not actually convinced that it would kill me. I think I'm going to continue to just play and make them answer what I'm doing. Oh, there's an Otawara. Okay, so this is going to suck, actually. I'm not sure that my plugin can actually handle this, but we are going to resolve the Tamiyo ability. Yeah, my plugin's having a hard time handling this. All right. Oh, it's a Fairy Time Rattler. Of course they have one. Okay, so that's out of their hand. So that actually means that they can bounce both of my Ensnaring Bridges and then swing in for lethal here. Damn. If I hadn't, you know, hunted the first game, then I might have actually had a shot at winning this match. But instead, what happened is I was stupid. Oh, that happens a lot. That happens a lot. This deck is very hard to play. It didn't provide... It didn't, like... Lantern didn't stop me from having the option to win. I just didn't choose to win. Maybe this game, I was kind of not going to win anyway, but that first game, I could have won, I think. But I didn't. Okay, let's go ahead and start round 5. Okay, we are on the play. No, we're not on the play. I lied. We're on the draw versus the pet in the last round. Do I keep this one lander? It's got 2 Pithing Needles in it. That already is kind of a mulligan in and of itself. I really don't want to be spending my first turn finding lands. I think I'm going to risk a mulligan here. All right, well, this is just kind of the same hand. I will bottom... If I knew what my opponent was playing, the decision to bottom one of these would be better. I think I'm going to bottom the rest in case Ancient Stirrings digs me into a colorless land, I think. Commercial District. Is this Storm? If it's Storm, then I regret bottoming the Duress. But it's not Storm, it is Creativity. I will... Do I Thoughtseize Creativity on turn 1? On turn 2? Their turn 2 plays include Malevolent Rumble, Renin 6. I think I'm going to Stirrings for my second land here. Do I need a basic swamp? I certainly don't need a second green source. Could this game come down to 1 life? It could. I think I'll take the Blooming Marsh. That's fine. Okay, let's hope that I don't get completely destroyed. Stomping Ground Shocked in. Is this going to be a Renin 6? I bet this is a Paw Patch formation. Unfortunately for my opponent, I don't actually have anything that a Paw Patch formation would hit. And I am going to Thoughtseize them because I really do want that Grafdigger's Cage on top of my deck right now. I guess I could have played out Mishra's Bauble. Oh, it's Cash Grab. Okay, what does this tell me? Oh, this is some sort of nonsense. This is some sort of mumbo jumbo. I definitely want that Grafdigger's Cage. All right, whatever. Whatever. I'm going to pop my Mishra's Bauble now so that I don't have to think about it. This Shifting Woodland is going to not be able to be activated this turn. And I'm just going to Needle Shifting Woodland and continue on my merry way. Yeah, that's all I'm going to do. All right. Blooming Marsh. Pyxis. Now they played out their Wooded Foothills. Grafdigger's Cage. Pithing Needle? Maybe they'll fetch, maybe they won't. They fetched. I wouldn't have named Wooded Foothills anyway, but, you know. Do they want the Colony Garden? I don't think so. I think they want something that lets them hit this Glimpse of Tomorrow. Ah, guts. We got a reader, guys. Okay. When it enters, create a treasure, then discard a card to draw a card, and it flips into that. All right, whatever. So this is just a cantrip at this point, unless they can deal 5 damage to it, in which case it lets them search for something. It's invasion of what? Invasion of something. Oh, they played it out, so I don't have to find it. All right, thank goodness. All right, Shifting Woodland is down. So they can draw the Colony Garden if they want to. They did by discarding an Omniscience. And I'm certainly not going to allow them to have that Bloodbraid Marauder. I don't think I want them having that Glimpse of Tomorrow either. Wait. Shuffle all permanents you own into your library, then reveal that many cards from the top of your library. Put all non-aura permanent cards revealed this way onto the battlefield, then do the same for auras. Then put the rest in the bottom. And then Grafdigger's Cage says, creature cards in graveyards and libraries can't enter the battlefield. So it would stop all creatures from entering. What have we seen so far? Well, we've seen a lot of stuff that I don't think I would want them having. Omniscience, I don't want them having. Elish Norn couldn't enter anyway. Fable of the Mirror Breaker, I don't want them having. I think I am going to actually take that Glimpse. All right, let's go ahead and flip this now. All right, and we've got a Malevolent Rumble. Hopefully that is not going to hit a, whatever that thing is. Malevolent Rumble. Let's go. It did not hit whatever that thing is. I think they might take Fable of the Mirror Breaker here. Oh, it did hit it. Where? Where did it? Huh, okay, sure. All right, well, let's rely on this Grafdigger's Cage saving our bacon now. It's just them, right? Yeah, it's just them. So it doesn't infect me at all. Oh, but it is shuffle all permanents you own, so it gets rid of the invasion. All right. They have a Beseiju on top of their deck, because of course they do, because why wouldn't they? All right. Shuffle all permanents you own into your library, and then reveal that many cards from the top. Why do they have a Karn the Great Creator? Come on. Why do they have a Karn the Great Creator, huh? Bloodbraid Marauder is down. I actually don't know what the 2 cards in hand are. I don't remember which one of these 3 is not in their hand. Dude, that Karn the Great Creator is annoying. What on earth? Oh, they have an infinite loop here, don't they? All right, Atrax is out of hand. All right. Oh, they get to choose whatever the hell they want out of here. Yeah, I think I lost. I think I lost because the Malevolent Rumble didn't hit. The Malevolent Rumble did hit, excuse me. Wooded Foothills, Invasion of Urgamon, and Grizzlebrand. All right. Let's watch them do their thing. They're going to get something that flickers their Karn, and then they're going to get something that flickers other things, and then they're just going to flicker everything, and then they're going to win. Yeah, here it is. I'm just going to F6 here. I don't see why I couldn't have F6 before. Yeah, they're just going to flicker this guy infinitely. And then they're eventually going to flicker the Karn, and then they're going to get like a... I don't know, like a thing. They're going to get a thing is what they're going to do. But I want to see how the actual win is executed. Yep, here they go. They're going to grab Karn. They're going to grab something else out of their deck now. It's an Aetherflux Reservoir. Then they're going to cast any spell. They're going to gain an insane amount of life. And now they're going to Laser Beam of Hell me. All right, that's fine. Go ahead and bring in our anti-combo stuff, yeah? All right, so Duress, Extirpate, Thoughtseize all get in. Grafdigger's Cage stays in, but Underworld Cookbook does not. I might side out a single Pithing Needle, just because I'm going to be bringing in Assassin's Trophies. That should take care of Errant Shifting Woodlands. Ensnaring Bridges, I think I might want 1, but I think I will rely on Urza's Saga to take care of that for me. And I'm still short 1 card here. Could make it a Mox Opal. I don't know if that's correct. I could make it a Millrock. I don't think that's correct. I think I might make the Profane Tutor cut. Okay. I think Profane Tutor might just be a bit slow. I will be on the play. Jeez, I will be on the play. This hand does not disrupt my opponent. I cannot keep this. I need a discard spell. Not like this deck. Not like this. Not like this. Okay, this is better. I'm going to keep this. I'm going to bottom the Inquisition and the Pyxis, I think. I'm going to lead on a Duress. Wow. Yeah, that's a thing that you could do. That's a hand that you can keep. I think I'm going to take the Malevolent Rumble. Okay, yeah, that's fine. 1 Malevolent Rumble down. Commercial District is down. They surveilled to top. So if I find an Ancient Stirrings for something good here, then I might do that. Then a Lantern Invents. Oh, words are hard. I found a Lantern of Insight. I could Surveil here. If I do that, then I would cast Lantern Thoughtseize next turn. I would take whatever they get off of their Malevolent Rumble or whatever they got on top of their deck now. I think that's fine. I think that's fine. Suddenly wishing that I hadn't bottomed that Pyxis, though. Hanweir Battlements, I knew about that. Malevolent Rumble, I knew about that. We got a Boseiju, huh? Well, that's going to be annoying for me to deal with. They could diversify, take the Boseiju here. Spellskite's kind of annoying, too. I just sided in all of my Nature's Claims and my trophies. This was a highly disruptive hit. They chose Wooded Foothills, huh? I mean, yeah, you can do that. That's fine. I consent to this. All right, Surveil Land. It's time for you to shine. Find me something good, like an Urza Saga. Okay. Lantern of Insight. Thoughtseize my opponent. I have a Karn the Great Creator in hand. Here's what I could do. I could take the Karn, not play out the Urza Saga, draw the Pithing Needle, Needle Seal of Primordium, and then hope the Malevolent Rumble misses. I don't know how good that is. I feel like if I let Karn resolve, then they're just gonna get a Haywire Might with it. I think I gotta take the Karn here. Malevolent Rumble, Seal of Primordium, and then double Wooded Foothills. Okay. And if I play that out now, then it's just going to eat a thing. I'm not going to play that untapped. Notably, they could just suspend this Glimpse of Tomorrow if they wanted to. And I think that's exactly what they're doing. Yeah, that's what they're doing. All right, Pithing Needle's going to come down. I'm not feeling too confident in this, honestly. They're going to have a Spellskite, playing out a Wooded Foothills. They've got a Malevolent Rumble that they can pop now. Yeah, I just haven't done a decent enough job of controlling my opponent's draws. Grizzlebrand, Wooded Foothills, Omniscience, and Cash Grab are what they revealed off this Malevolent Rumble. They chose Wooded Foothills. Okay, so Spellskite's down, Malevolent Rumble is down. They have Seal and Foothills in hand. It's a Karn the Great Creator on top of their deck too. That is really annoying. But I have another Urza Saga here. I'm not feeling terribly confident in this. I think I just don't have the draw control necessary. I kind of feel bad for bottoming that Pyxis a long time ago. Would have been really nice to have right about now. Well, let's go ahead and play out my card. Let's face up. Yeah, my opponent doesn't fetch here. That Karn is going to be a big deal. This Glimpse of Tomorrow can resolve starting next turn. Oh, I guess I could have shuffled away the Karn. Yeah, I didn't think of that, TNT. I have the Mycosynth Gardens out. I could have just made a copy of Lantern. Ugh, whatever. Oh, boy. Yeah. All right, so yeah, that was probably a misplay, I think. So now they're going to get an artifact from outside the game here. Going to be a Haywire Might. Jeez, I even had the Mycosynth Gardens too. I just completely blanked on that as a line. Wow, they grabbed an Ensnaring Bridge. I mean, yeah, that's fair, I think. I think that's fair. Okay, now I have some choices that I can make. I could put Pithing Needle on Karn, or I could put Pithing Needle on... Or I could grab a Grafdigger's Cage. Do I want Grafdigger's Cage or do I want Karn? I don't know. If I put it on Grafdigger's Cage, then they can't get the big nasties. Like, I don't know, they're big nasties. They can't put them into play. I only seen Grizzlebrand. I haven't actually seen many creatures so far. I could theoretically just get a Pithing Needle for Grizzlebrand. Maybe even a Pithing Needle for Boseiju. Let me think through this. If I put Pithing Needle on Boseiju, then my opponent will not be able to Boseiju my stuff. If I put Pithing Needle on Wooded Foothills, well, let's just see what they do if they fetch here. They did fetch. Okay. So Pithing Needle on Wooded Foothills isn't an option. Pithing Needle needs to go on... Oh, there's an Atraxa. Okay. If they leave that on top, then I am almost certainly going to grab Grafdigger's Cage. But they didn't. Oh, Glimpse of Tomorrow will shuffle in everything. I think I'm going to grab Grafdigger's Cage, because they're going to lose their Karn here. Grafdigger's Cage, where are you? There you are. Okay. So I am now going to swing at my opponent. They just take it. They could simply decline to cast this Glimpse of Tomorrow if they wanted to. I could see a decent argument for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They would flip the top 8. Ah, well. Okay, so now what do we have? We've got Seal of Primordium and Ensnaring Bridge in their hand. They have a Misty Rainforest that they drew for turn. Okay, I think this might be manageable. I think this might be manageable. Seal of Primordium is needled. Ensnaring Bridge is a thing that comes down. That's fine. All right. So I really want draw control. If everything stays as is, then I'm okay. If everything stays as is, then I'm okay. I'll have an Inquisition in my hand that I can sandbag. That's an Assassin's Trophy on top of my deck. I like that. Commercial District is fine. Okay, so I just got pretty lucky off of that Warp World that they did. They basically just hit all irrelevant stuff. And I believe here I'm not going to make a construct. Or I'm not going to copy with Mycosynth Lattice, I mean. But I am definitely making a construct. Maybe I should have tapped the Mycosynth Gardens so that I could have this Assassin's Trophy, but I don't think that that's necessary. I think I just need to stop them from drawing one good thing. Commercial District is out of their hand, so I am going to stop them from drawing one good thing here. And I will exile with Pyxis if necessary. I think I'm going to do that. I have the Mycosynth Gardens that I can now copy Lantern with if I need to. Just not going to make that mistake again. Now, how bad is this? How bad is this Shifting Woodland? They can copy Karn and have it immediately die. They can copy Grizzlebrand and draw 7. That would probably end the game. Huh. Wishing I held open the Assassin's Trophy instead. That would have been really nice to have right now. Instead, I've got to do this. Really wishing I held open that Assassin's Trophy. Yeah, I gotta make them shuffle. Perhaps I shouldn't have even made a copy of Lantern. Yeah, Glimpse of Tomorrow. I have to do it. They get another Warp World here. That's actually really bad for me. They can just cast that right now. Yeah. I should have held open the Assassin's Trophy. They're on their draw step, so they're trying to do something that they can't do. Maybe they're trying to suspend it. Hopefully they don't see that they can just cast it from hand. If this goes onto the stack right now, then I probably die. What are they doing? Oh, they floated all their mana first. Okay, yep, let's go. Oh, okay. Well, this is possibly manageable. I think I F6 here. I don't think I have any agency. They did not find an Omniscience effect, and I don't believe they have the ability to cast one. They can... Oh, they cannot discard to draw. So they would need to find something else off of this Karn the Great Creator. So it is Karn the Great Creator, win the game, or bust, I think. I wonder what they're going to grab. An Ancestral Statue. They don't have the ability to... Oh no, what are they doing? What are they doing? Are they doing something that I just don't know about? Fable of the Mirror Breaker is in hand now? Okay. Okay. I might actually just destroy the Karn right now. Oh, but that means that I can't hit the Shifting Woodland. What could Shifting Woodland actually copy? They could copy Omniscience, which would be a huge problem. Because then they could Karn -1 for another Ancestral Statue, possibly. But I have this Inquisition of Kozilek in my hand. So, well, that's not actually helpful. They have another Warp World on top of their deck. Do they have any more Warp Worlds even, like, available to them? I feel like they've cast a lot of those. I think they might have 2 more. So I need to decide right here what I'm doing with this Assassin's Trophy. Am I going to hit Shifting Woodland with it? And hope they don't have anything else? Am I going to hit Karn with it? Let Shifting Woodland copy Omniscience? I think I'm gonna do that. I think I've got to hit Karn. I'm gonna do this on my upkeep. The Fable of the Mirror Breaker. I think I'm going to just play this out now. I do not believe I should swing out with everything. If I swing out with 4 creatures, then they're just going to kill me on the backswing if they find like an Atraxa or something like that. Oh, they could have the Shifting Woodland just become a copy of an Atraxa. And that means I'd be taking an additional 7 on top of whatever the hell else I take here. Another Assassin's Trophy on top of my deck. I really want that. If I attack with 1 creature, then I would have enough blockers held back to where Atraxa is not lethal. This is very interesting. I think I'm going to hold all my stuff back. Okay, I'm going to hold all my stuff back. I don't think that I need to use Pyxis right now. I think Fable is fine. They have that Fable of the Mirror Breaker in hand, actually. They have it in hand. It's fine. All right, so they can discard it to draw a Colony Garden if they want. They did choose to do that. Oh, Lord. All right. I don't think I can afford to let them draw that Bloodbraid Marauder. Okay, so Colony Garden is in hand. That Invasion is fine if they want to keep that. Very difficult playing every opponent's deck for them, for sure. So now this Shifting Woodland can become a copy of something. They could have it become a copy of this Invasion of Urgamon, but I think it would just die to state-based actions at that point. I don't think it auto-flips when that happens. I think the big targets here are the Atraxa and the Grizzlebrand. Honestly, it might be Grizzlebrand. They could kill this. Yeah, my opponent is tanking hard here, choosing what to copy with their Shifting Woodland. Yeah, they're going to choose Grizzlebrand. They're going to do their best to find something good here. All right. So what are they going to draw? They're going to draw Stomping Ground and Spellskite, Omniscience, Fable of the Mirror Breaker, Cash Grab, Colony Garden, and Bloodbraid Marauder. That's their hand right now. Genuinely wondering what they're going to do here. They have to swing. They didn't swing out. They're just going to do this now. All right, so Bloodbraid Marauder is down. That is a Glimpse of Tomorrow. And they found a 1 with the Multiverse. They found some Seal of Primordiums. Oh my god, all right. If they hit something good with Cash Grab, then I'm dead. Like an Atraxa? Yeah, Atraxa's pretty good. Not gonna lie, Atraxa's pretty good. Oh, what happened to the Atraxa? Oh, it's just on the stack. I see. Okay, so maybe there's nothing I could have done about that. Wow, they found the Ensnaring Bridge again. They chose to put nothing in hand. Spellskite's down. Spellskite's down. Cash Grab is down. They are going to find Shifting Woodland. Probably. Well, that sucks. They got another Omniscience. Got another Fable of the Mirror Breaker. And honestly, I'm wishing that I had a Ensnaring Bridge. Oh, but my opponent's at 11 cards in deck. It's possible I could win here, but I really want Ensnaring Bridge. There's a Mishra's Bauble. I think that's fine. Just gonna hold everything back here. Cash Grab. Are they gonna discard anything? They discarded a bunch of stuff, actually. And I didn't see what they got. I think they might be trying to kill me. Yeah, they're gonna go ahead and use this Grizzlebrand now. Gain a ton of life here. Ugh. Yeah, this is not looking good for me. I just need an Ensnaring Bridge. That's what I need. Maybe I shouldn't have sided out all my damn Ensnaring Bridges, huh? Oh well. Oh, man. If they had copied something with the Shifting Woodland... Oh, they didn't have the mana for it. Okay. Well, I'm going to fall to 3. I'm going to pop this Mishra's Bauble. I'm going to be desperately digging for something good here. I actually don't know what's in my opponent's hand anymore. It's Ensnaring Bridge or Bust is a 1-of in my deck, by the way. I'm going to draw here. They have 5 cards in their deck. I don't think I can take those 5 cards all the way out. And Fomori Vault is actually not good enough. Yeah, I need to shuffle. Okay, that's game. Wow. That was wild. That was just absolutely wild. Oh, man. My brain is mush. I feel like I say that a lot. I feel like I say that a lot. Let's go ahead and talk about the league. Okay, so what did I think of... Well, that's the deck list today and more of my gameplay. Yeah, I think I made some silly mistakes this league. I don't think that I was on my game as well as I could have been. I think I gave away a couple of wins that I shouldn't have given away. And I think I kind of just got lost in the sauce a little bit. I'm not entirely convinced that I had a lack of agency or that my deck was the problem. I think that I am just a bad pilot, and I think I need to get better. My brain is absolute soup. This has just been a lot. This has been a lot. I think what I need to do is take care of myself. I am still kind of recovering from a sickness, and maybe I shouldn't have even been playing today. My fiance was probably right about that. I think what I need to do is I need to take a nap. I think I need to take a nap. Maybe I will watch the videos of these as I'm going through and doing editing. Maybe I'll find some areas where I could have improved my play. I don't know. I feel like I could have done better and I just didn't. But yeah, I think I will try again next time. I don't know. I don't really have anything to say other than get good.